This video is to help you install a lighted, illuminated platinum steel to a regular Ford F-250, 350, or 450 that doesn't have the platinum connector underneath. The ones with the platinum, if you have a platinum truck, then there's just a plug and play where you can just plug this plug right here right into an existing plug that would be under your sill plate. They will have a little connector where you can just plug it in. This video is not for those guys because yours is plain and simple. You can just plug it in. This video is for the guys who don't have that plug and play and you want to wire it into your existing harness. This will show you how to do so. Things you will need: just this basic light tester. There's just a point at the end with a cable to hook to the ground, and it's just a light inside. If you know your wire colors for where to hook your wires at, then you really don't need that. I just like to use it just to play it safe, to make sure I am grabbing the right wire. This truck is a Ford F-250 Lariat. It's a 2022. So I'm guessing the same wiring colors will be from this 2017 on up. So if you do have a 2017 on up, your colors for your power wire is going to be a white wire. It's going to be the thicker white wire, which is right here. You have these thinner wires, but you're going to look for the thicker white wire with no color on it at all. That will be your power wire. And for your ground wire, it's going to be a skinnier wire that's going to be black with white on it. It's going to be white with black strips on it. That's going to be your ground. Now, to confirm those are the right wires, that's where this will come into play. This has such a point where you can just pierce the wires to know that you're hitting the right one. So because these trucks have aluminum bodies, you can't connect it to the body. You have to connect it to some other metal, which this right here, the emergency brake pedal, is connected to the frame of your car. Or you can connect it to your, if you find metal underneath your seat, you can connect it to that as well. It'll ground out to your ground of the frame. And then all you want to do is just take a piercing and just stick it. Just poke the wire to where you're grabbing the electric underneath, and then you'll see this light up. You should get a full bright light. If you're hitting the wrong wire, it's going to be kind of dull with the light. But this is where this comes in handy. To make sure it's the right wire, you want to pull that wire closer towards the inside of the truck where you can close this door and test it. So doing so, pierce that wire. If you get a bright white light, get into the truck, pull that wire close enough to the carpet so when you close this door, you can still access that wire. Put that meter on the wire as it's lit up, close the door, and when your lights go out, your interior lights go out, that light should go out as well. Then you know for sure you're grabbing the right wire. Once that's established that you have the right wire for the power, now you need to find the ground wire. The ground wire, if you don't find the ground, you can actually just tap into either this screw right here, because it's screwing into the frame, to test to see if it's grounding out. And the way you can know for sure if that's working is do the same thing. Take this and connect it to the ground of something, and then still touch that power wire. If it lights up, that means you found the ground. But if you have the same year's trucks, as I mentioned, 2017 to 2022, then you're going to have the same color code wires, which is going to be the white wire with the black strips. Now that you established that you found the power wire, pierce the black wire with the white wire with the black strip, what I do is take a razor blade and kind of skin it back where I can grab some of the wire inside, and then connect this onto that ground wire, and then touch the power wire. If it lights up, now you found the ground wire. And the fasteners to these, you can do it a lot of different ways. They make fasteners where you can just clip onto that wire and the wire of the steel, and it'll pierce itself in. But I kind of do it the old school way. I just pierce the wire, skin the wire on the steel longer than I need, so I can twist it around that other wire and just put some electrical tape on there, and that'll work just fine. Now, the other thing you want to watch out for is these connectors are on the steel plate already. You're gonna have to cut this off and skin the wires, but you need to know which wire is ground and which one is your power wire. Now, your power wire is going to be the one on top as you're facing. You know from these little tabs right here. So the wire that is closest to this tab up top, that's your positive wire. That's your power wire. That's going to connect into the white wire. And then, of course, this is going to be your ground wire. So before you clip this off of your steel, you want to put a marking on a wire, because both of these wires are white. So you're not going to be able, once you clip it, you're not going to be able to tell which one is ground and which one is the power wire. So what I did is I just took a black magic marker and kind of like, wipe it up and down on the one that's ground, so I know that's my my ground wire before I clip it. But you can mark it any old kind of way you want, as long as you identify which one is power and which one is your ground wire. And then clip it. And I take off like I said, I'll take off when I'm skinning a wire. I'll skin like 1.5 inches, about that length, just so when I pierce these wires, I can take it and twist it around that wire to get a good contact with it, and then put electrical tape around it. So these are the wires that's coming from here. And as you see, my black magic marker to identify, this is my ground, this is my power. Tap into the wire, wrap it around there, and seal these up, and then that would connect your lighting for your steel. Like I said, this works for trucks that don't have that connector built into the seal underneath. Those are, if you have a platinum truck, then a platinum plate will be a plug and play. But this is for the guys who don't have a platinum truck, but they want that plate anyway, so they can have that lighted steel plate. And that's it.